May 5th, Kentucky Derby. You live in Kentucky? You tell them.
Yeah, I'll explain it. I'm going to get your prescriptions ready.
What surprises me is that it was me. You know, everybody's always the one watching somebody that wins the lottery. You know, it's always somebody else.
Yes, please.
It's just like Christmas.
And your box of hats came in too. They're right there on your chair. Okay, thank you.
It's like you're 10 years old and you're waking up and it's Christmas every morning. I have a big gift. A big white 1,100-pound gift that runs fast and is gorgeous. And he's going to win the Kentucky Derby. I have a horse named Hansen that I bred 3 years ago. There's always been 5 or 6 horses that people have paid at least $200,000 for, and I've seen a couple around $1 million, but the Kentucky Derby winner isn't always a $1 million horse. Even though I had a mare and didn't pay much money, only $5,000, she was well bred and she was good enough to be a stakes horse. And if I could find the exact perfect match for her as a stallion, there's 30,000 bred a year. Did I ever think I'd get a Derby horse? Of course not. Nobody's that lucky.
Yeah, CV?
My first involvement in horse racing was from a Ford factory, of all things. I'd finished college and wanted to think about medical school. I learned how to handicap in the Ford factory. My first bet, after practicing 4 months and reading books, was a $70 daily double at Fairmount Park, and I won $1,600. And I had enough money to leave Ford for a leave of absence and give it a try professionally. And my teacher told me, if you lose your betting pool, go back to work. I won typically 4 out of every 5 nights. Had steak on my winning nights, had hamburger when I didn't win. And I'm not a gambler. I like to call it calculated investments.
He's doing okay. He says it's mostly his foot.
After I'd kept putting off medical school, I had enough saved for my first half year before I needed to get help with school loans. So it worked out.
Why don't you make a TV commercial?
For what?
To make more money. I know as much money you got in that horse.
I'm getting too much exposure already.
Oh, okay.
I still think I'm going to be waking up from some twilight zone or some big dream at some point, and it was all a joke. To go in and be competitive and to have a chance, oh, it's everything everybody wants.